Jae Park is a Korean musician with a special come-up, from his origins in K-pop to his rise within the Twitch streaming scene. I personally found him first through the offline TV Minecraft server era. Let's delve into a short exploration of his journey. Jae first began making music covers on YouTube under the alias of Yellow Post-it Man, a now common way for musical talent to be recognized. After joining Day 6 and immersing in modern idol culture, Jae began to stream in around 2020. Freshly realizing the freedom of independent streaming, Jae created an unofficial album called Ij Project, with Ij being his name backwards, a play on his name symbolizing his intent to find his sound and his approach to music, rather than one of a corporate boy band. He wanted to try and expand out of Day 6 music, as he realized that he himself didn't even realize what sort of music he genuinely enjoyed. LA Trains is actually the second song he wrote for the album, despite being released as the opener for each project. LA Trains apparently only took Jae 10 minutes to write, as this song was the closest to his original form and approach to music in Day 6. The drop in the latter half of the song was intended by him to be a symbolic shake into his new style of music that he had hoped to find in each project. LA Trains is generally a pretty simple song, but this song is definitely my favorite and holds a lot of nostalgia for me. The song is super melancholic, and the noise of the train door opening in the beginning sort of feels like the metaphorical opening to each project. The song's contents seem to be a tropey love song, mostly just talking about how he wants to spend more time with this person, but the specific lyrics that he writes to convey this idea are gorgeous. Otherside was stated by Jae on stream to be inspired by a TV show called Breaking Bad. To avoid direct spoilers, the song is manifested from a character who experiences the loss of someone close to him, in a preventable, tragic manner. The character would repeatedly call the person who passed away, just to hear their voicemail message, for a glimpse of their voice. Otherside is Jae's attempt at embodying that sorrow and that feeling of that character at that particular moment. This song also had a transition, which Jae took several days to come up with. The last synth part, however, was written in 5 minutes by Jae in a hurry before he left the studio. This song was the first song Jae wrote for each project, and doesn't have a lot of commentary on its overall meaning, so I'll just focus on a couple of lines that Jae talked about. The first part of the song symbolizes crying, hence the person's shirt getting wet despite being inside. The line, "burned my heart in the sky so you'd see your crime," is referring to how people on social media often flaunt heartbreak, so that everyone can see it. A pretty toxic way for people to approach it. The next couple of songs in each project are interesting because they all have some sort of correlation to another piece of media, whether it be a short story or a TV show. Let's look into it. Pinocchio, as the name obviously suggests, has small references to the story of Pinocchio. This includes the Island of Toys, a place representing greed and indulgence. Pinocchio was actually first uploaded as a full studio rendition on his channel, but later privated in 2021. An acoustic version of Pinocchio was uploaded on 88 Rising, and this seemed to take the place of the studio version. Jae simply wasn't satisfied with the quality of the studio version, which is why it was taken down. He also just felt that Pinocchio as a piece was better suited with acoustic accompaniment, rather than the more overproduced version that he uploaded on his own channel. Rose is interesting mostly in its music video, as it possesses numerous references to the modern classic piece of literature, Le Petit Prince, or The Little Prince. The desolate planet in the music video, the rose, and asteroid 325, which is directly mentioned in the video, a reference to the first planet that the Little Prince arrives at, which features a king who rules over a planet with no people. The lyrical meaning seems to be mostly unrelated to the Little Prince though, although general sentiments can be tied back to the story. At the end of the music video, 2 lines are shown that are absent in the song lyrics. These are actually direct quotes from the book taken by Jae. What these lines represent in the context of the book is the lesson that something is special because it is yours specifically. You make it special by deciding to do so. As this great blog post highlights too, it's all about perspective. Although you can see your blood on the floor, it might just be a rose too, as you yourself chose that interpretation. The last scene of the Rose music video depicts someone shown at the foot of a baobab tree, another reference to the Little Prince's planet, infested with baobab trees which threatened the planet's survival. "50 Proof" is a straightforward, melancholic breakup song. Jae stated that this song was written in a tough time, thinking of a specific person when he was going through a breakup. Looking at the lyrics, they seem targeted towards someone who might be exiting a relationship. I personally know several people who listen to this song because it just hits on so many points that are vulnerable during a breakup. Truman, the 7th song of the Each album, is based off of the famous TV show of the same name, The Truman Show. Off the lyrics, the idea of The Truman Show is paralleled. The pre-chorus shows that someone is missing critical parts of information, and the last chorus says specifically to not tell Truman and just play along. Truman's identity is also just something that many celebrities feel connected to. Jae stated in an interview that he felt super helpless when receiving hate by fans, especially when the hate is about something that is untrue, as it's not even something that he can fix or improve on. In this sense, Jae said it often felt like he was living a life independent of his own actions, almost as if he was watching his life unfold out of his control, as Truman did. Pacman is a song that probably received the most attention out of each project, other than maybe 50 Proof, as it made the rounds on Twitch when it was first released. The lyrical content seemed relatively simple, but what Pacman really symbolizes is the ability of Jae to work independently, without the reliance on a big conglomerate label. That's pretty much it for this video. Pretty simple and straightforward this time, but more videos coming soon for sure, so stay tuned. I got school now, so it's gonna be busy, but I'm gonna try my best to keep stuff coming out, so yeah. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the long wait though. Some things have been happening in my life recently, but I'll try and keep things going from now on.